Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Magic Arena. Today I'm going to be playing a premiere draft of Secrets of Strixhaven. Hopefully we can open something good. I feel like the last couple of games I've played, the rares I've opened have been kind of lackluster, and when I have opened a really good rare, it's been off color. I tried to slot in a double white card into my black-green deck the other day, and it did not go well, unfortunately. So, fingers crossed. All right, and we have opened a good rare, a Molten Core Maestro. Now, the problem with this card is that a vast majority of people at our draft table are almost definitely going to be going for red-blue. It's such a good color pair in the format. A lot of people try to take it early. But the Molten Core Maestro, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature, and if 5 or more mana was spent for that spell, you add red mana equal to this creature's power. So it basically can create infinite mana for your instant sorcery cards if you have plenty of red spells, that is. Other good cards in the pack. The Summon Dromedary is very good. It can just recur itself. Goblin Glassrite is one of the best commons, probably the best common. Send in the Pest is also very good. Quandrix Charm, which we're going to be very far off, unfortunately. Maybe we could do some kind of Lorehold deck as well if the blue-red spells deck doesn't work out. Let's see what we get past. Oh my god, I had no idea that this was in the format. Library of Alexandria, an amazing card. A card that gets put into almost every cube. Tap, draw a card. I mean, especially if you draw this early. In limited, I think it's not quite as good, unfortunately. We did get past a Colossus of the Blood Age, which is probably what I'm going to take here. Divergent Equation, though, with the Maestro could be pretty good. I don't know. Colossus of the Blood Age is so good as well. It's basically Flage. Just one that you can't cast earlier. Oh, it's a hard decision here. I think I'm going to take the Divergent Equation. Why not? All right, now we've got an Essence Scatter, which I quite like. The Tabulator has been okay for me as well. The Lorecaster's okay, but it's pretty expensive for what it does. Molten Note is very good if we are going to go red-white. I'm quite happy to take an Essence Scatter, though. Somebody has passed the Nita twice, which kind of surprises me. I mean, it is a little bit slow and you have to sack things, but if you can get some of those cards like Hop to It that create 3 little 1/1s, or the, well, I guess it's the white-red deck that poops out the 2/2s from your graveyard, but we'll take an Essence Scatter here. All right, now there's a Run Behind, a Terramorphic Expanse are probably the 2 cards we are most interested in. Strife Scholar is just whatever, and it's definitely more for the red-white deck. There's a Dig Site Inventory that's a good enabler for the red-white deck as well. Embrace the Paradox has been excellent for me in the format, but Run Behind is just a great tempo play, especially if something is starting to threaten our Molten Core Maestro. And now we have a Pigment Wrangler. It is a 5-mana 4/4 flyer, which is pretty good. It also comes prepared with a 1-mana spell, so it's pretty easy to cast the prepared spell, unlike a lot of other creatures in the format whose prepared spells either come with very difficult caveats to cast in the first place, or they're just very expensive. So this one, Striking Palette, when you next cast an instant or sorcery, you can copy it. It's probably not going to happen on the turn that you play this, again, because you would need not only 5 mana for the card, 6 mana for the sorcery, but then you would need extra mana to cast something that's worth doubling. But if this can stick around for a turn, by the time you're at 5 mana, it's almost definitely going to do something good. Procrastinate has also been an excellent spell for me in the format, just basically shutting down someone's best card for infinitely. Wow, somebody has passed Scheming Silvertongue. What pick are we on? Pick 6. Flying Lifelink 1/3, and this card has absolutely hosed me in a few games because you can just get that Sign in Blood over and over. I actually had somebody drain me with that Sign in Blood. They kept giving me cards, but they were draining me for the life. So However, we do have a heated argument. Notably, there are no mono blue cards in this deck, or in this pack. Maybe there weren't that many to begin with, but I'm happy to take the removal spell here. Return the Favor has not been as good. Oh, this card has been excellent. You just get free 1/1 counters on whatever creature you have during combat on your turn. But like I mentioned, the textbook tabulator is not terrible. Return the Favor has not been good for me, and the Rearing Embermare is just kind of whatever. All right, now I have a Landscape Painter. Just a little 2-mana 2/2 or 2-mana 2/1. And again, see how that sorcery is 5 mana. You're almost never casting it the turn that you play it, but it's just a good filler card. Oh, and wow, we wheeled the Glassrite. Like I said, one of the best commons in the format, so maybe nobody is playing blue-red, which would be great for us. Don't love this 5 mana card. In fact, I may even take Docent over it, just in case. I'll pick up another tabulator. Are we drafting with anyone famous? No. Actually, I'd rather have the Helping Hand than that filler creature. I played against Nummy in Cube during the last Cube, and I won, and I was so excited that I took screenshots. He was actually, I think he was streaming, and so somewhere on the internet exists a YouTube video of Nummy streaming and me beating him. I have no idea what the deck was. I don't remember. All right, now that kind of filler 3/2 comes back to us. Almost definitely don't want that, and don't really want this. Although I will say that there is a specific deck that would care about this card, not in limited. But all right, we have opened a Pensive Professor. When one or more +1/+1 counters are put on this creature, draw a card. So if you could protect this, you're basically just going to be drawing a bunch of cards off it. Unfortunately, it's also in the same pack as an Abrade, which is excellent, efficient removal, and the destroy target artifact is very relevant in this format. There are tons of artifacts, 2 in particular that I can think of off the top of my head that you need to remove immediately. One is Arc of Hunger, the red-white rare that mills a card you can play, and it pings your opponent each time something leaves your graveyard. And the Potioner's Trove, which is the mana rock that you can tap to gain 2 life if you've cast an instant or sorcery. That has run away with the game. There's also a card draw, I think Diary of Dreams. That's very good as well. But we'll take the Professor. No way in hell we're wheeling that Abrade, but it would be nice. Oh wow, we were past an Emeritus of Truce, which has a Swords to Plowshares prepared spell on it. Let's see. I think we'll take another Heated Argument. I'm hoping for one of the early 2 damage removal spells, ideally. I don't love taking 2 5-mana removal spells, but the upside is that if our opponent somehow can get a big creature out, we can deal with it. But the Emeritus is great. If you can blink this, it just becomes sickening. Okay, we got an Abstract Paint Mage, and there's the Tome Blast that I was talking about. This is actually a difficult decision because the Paint Mage doesn't look that good on paper. Like, if they remove it, it's whatever, it's gone. However, if you can ramp into your bigger spells, like cast a 5-mana spell on turn 3 or 4, then you're winning every time. Tome Blast is so good though, and you can recur it. I'm going to take the chance that maybe this wheels. It probably doesn't, but I think I would rather have early game removal at this point. Oh man, both of these cards are so good. Tidal Mage is okay. Rebel Rouser is excellent. It's definitely much better in the blue-white or the red-white deck than it is in our deck. Prismari Charm is excellent, so we'll be taking that. Any of the charms are good, really. This is the card I was talking about that can blink. That could blink the Emeritus there. Campus Composer, Flow State. I like both of these cards. How many creatures do we have? We have 6 instants. Wow, it's kind of crazy. I think I'm going to take the Composer. Wilt in the Heat again. Spirit Mascot. Whoever's in Lorehold is just cleaning up this draft. I guess I'll play a Tackle Artist. It's kind of whatever, sort of filler, but I don't know that I would want a second run behind. Maybe I would if I can get to the mana that's gonna cast things like our 3/3 flyer. Yeah, I think it's definitely better than the Tackle Artist, but I don't know if I would want multiples of them. Wow, look at all the Witherbloom cards. I have had really good luck with Witherbloom in this set as well. Holy cow. Burst Lightning, pick 8. There must have been something really sickening in this pack for people to have passed that. We're giving up another Glassrite, which is a little bit sad. Okay, and as predicted, we definitely didn't wheel the Abrade. I don't think the Archaic's Agony is going to be worth it for us because it's only ever really going to be 2, maybe 3, but okay, we don't want any of these cards, so I will just take the highest rarity card. Should I take a Fields of Strife? We haven't seen another duel, so sure, why not? The Chase Inspiration normally I wouldn't care about much, but with the Pensive Professor, I think it's going to be a good card to have. Practiced Offense, +1/+1 on each creature, and then target creature gains double strike or lifelink. That's gross. The Startled Relic Sloth is one of the best cards for Lorehold. We have a Rabble Rouser or a Fractal Anomaly, which is very specific. I mean, it would be great with our Professor, right? But I just don't think it's worth it for us. Now, we do have a blue-white land. Or, I mean, a red-white land. I know my colors. I just think if we're going to take a 4-mana card, we have to take the one that's on color. I don't think we're going to have any artifacts for this to be relevant. Sure. It's a 3/2 haste for 3, which is whatever. You can pay 1 and a red to destroy non-basic, which is, again, kind of whatever and limited. But I don't know. Maybe it is worth it to take the Rabble Rouser. We've seen so many of them. All right. I quite like the Sky Coach. Wow, look at these double black cards. This is a Reanimate on a stick and a Sign in Blood on a stick. So maybe we should have been in black. White black, in fact, because we've opened a bunch of good white cards as well. But the Sky Coach is good. It's hard to block early in the game. I'm really glad we got this Unsubtle Mockery. I was looking for this. This is Potioner's Trove that I was talking about. It's really unfortunate that both of these are in the same pack as well because they're both excellent cards. This one would be great for us since we're going to be casting so many instants and sorceries. We have 9 instants right now, which is excellent. Garrison Excavator is the match there with Rebel Rouser. You're just going to be pooping out a bunch of 2/2s. So I have a Muse Seeker. Oh, there's the Procrastinate. I think I would rather have the Procrastinate. Muse Seeker is okay. You're going to be drawing cards, but you're going to have to loot and discard something unless you cast like a 5-mana spell, which unfortunately we don't actually have any of those big spells. So maybe somebody else was in blue-red and took like the 7-mana common that I can't remember the name of right now. another Muse Seeker. A Thunderdrum Soloist actually wouldn't be terrible in this deck. I just can't pass a removal spell though. Monstrous Rage. I think I would rather have the Terramorphic Expanse. But Monstrous Rage is okay. This is just going to thin our deck out because it's looking like we're going to be a pretty low curve deck. Got a lot going on at 4, although these you kind of want them to be 3 mana because they're going to be attacking ideally. This is definitely going to be more than 1. I think the Sundering Archaic's okay. Again, we're probably not going to be casting this for much more than 2. But maybe if we run this red-white land, we can get that to 3. I don't think it's worth taking another big flyer guy. You know what? And we wield the Maelstrom Artisan. We got a Lorehold Charm now, which isn't quite as good as some of the other charms I have found. Obviously, it can enable a lot of your strategies with things leaving the graveyard, but I think Prismari Charm and Witherbloom Charm are the 2 best. Quandrix is good as well. I don't think Lorehold. I think it's the weakest of all of them. Alright, so I'd say we did okay. This isn't the, this isn't quite the fabulous spells deck that I had wanted. I don't think it's going to be worth running that. These 2 are possible. I really don't think our deck wants to be that kind of deck. All right, let's see what we're working with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential removal spells. Procrastinate is basically a removal spell as well. And then with Diversion Equation, as long as it doesn't get countered, we can return back however many removal spells we need. So I think we're just going to need to catch back up with creatures after the fact, which is, we don't have a ton. Let's see. I probably should have picked up one of those, that Garrison Excavator that we saw, because it's such a good card. The Sky Coach should be a bit more difficult for them to remove unless they have instant speed removal. The one thing that Lorehold Charm does have going for it is that it's artifact removal. And again, there's just so many good artifacts in the set that it could definitely be relevant. We did get a lot of spells, I will say that for us. Let's see. The Sundering Archaic is also worthwhile because a lot of the games that I've played have actually gone to a mill, and I have not seen that in a format for a really long time, for the games to go on that long. Yeah, we only have 13 creatures as it stands, and I don't really want to get rid of any. Maybe one tabulator. The sad thing is this does make our mana a bit more awkward, but we have Terramorphic Expanse and the Duel, so I'm okay with just running one Plains for just the one splash. And I actually think we can cut a land. I don't think we should cut more than one though. Let's see, 3 more cuts. Maybe Chase Inspiration isn't quite as good. Although I don't know, it enables both of these cards. We really don't want to lose either of those. We're kind of screwed if both of those cards don't make it, and they're both definitely targets for early removal. Maybe our Sky Coach isn't that good. We can crew it off of these 2 cards or the Tabulator. I don't know. I'm a fan of Sky Coach. I think I'm going to cut one of the run behinds. 2, 4, 5. I think most of our cards, most of our spells are instants. Yeah, 11 instants. So we should be able to basically hold up something every turn. Need to cut 2 more cards. Maybe I do cut the Lorehold Charm just because, and then I could cut the Archaic. Then I would get rid of the plains. I will keep the Fields of Strife in because we can, oh, we can't scry off of it. That's right, because we wouldn't have another plains to do that, and I don't really want to run that many. I think we need... Should we do an even split? I think it's going to be really important to get these cards out first and then the removal spells. So I'm going to go 9-7. Maybe we don't need procrastinate, because we should have plenty of other removal. So I'm going to go like this. And this is what we get. All right, let's get rid of this guy. I love this little guy, he's so cute. Island for island. Is it a mirror match? It is. We didn't see any hydro channelers of our own during our draft. Yeah, we didn't see any sky whales. We didn't see the other flyer that cares about spells. We didn't see the big spells. So there was definitely somebody else drafting our color pair. Do I want to take a turn off? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Not drawing land 3 sucked. Oh, we have a Converge Enjoyer with the Paradox Gardens. We'll go and grab another mountain. What is our opponent holding up over there? A run behind. Well, I mean, that's not terrible for us. Now we just get another treasure token. I'm going to keep that on top. Embrace the paradox. Might have to get rid of this virtuoso, because with such a big mana, it's going to care about actually, this should be a decent I think we'll hold up Unsubtle Mockery. Should I go ahead and make the treasure? I don't think so. We would just be using it anyway. We'll see what they do here. If they pump Virtuoso big enough that we would benefit from using the Mockery on it. Otherwise we can use it on the Tidal Mage. Which is unfortunate because it's just like a dork, right? I think... Alright. That is better. Let's see. So... we want both. We just have to think of how we want to use them. I think I'm just gonna pass. If they attack with the Channeler, we can crew the Sky Coach. We need to be aware of Virtuoso's ability to get bigger and not assume that the Tidal Mage is going to be the biggest thing. So I'm going to block with the Coach, and if they pump Virtuoso, I'll probably just run behind it, because then we can kill the Tidal Mage with Heated Argument afterward. I don't particularly want to lose the Coach. Okay. Excellent. Now we're drawing all our removal spells. I think we're unfortunately gonna have to just play out some... Alright, well, that's unfortunate. Now we're gonna have to just chump with our professor. Alright. Well, we just drew all our removal too late, but we drew it all right in a row, which is funny. Maybe it's worth trying to cut some of our filler and put the white back in. I don't know. I feel like the deck isn't quite decking. Alright. I cut the Sky Coach for another removal spell. We didn't draw our Essence Scatter either. Might just be a little slow. If we don't draw those 2 early creatures that care about increment, then we're not really doing anything. We're just kind of dirtling. At least we have a couple of early removals in this hand. This is one in which I wish we had cut this card. I think I will next game. Well, you know what they say. Bolt the bird. Don't want them ramping into something or getting another color that they need. Do they have an essence scatter? Maybe not. Not too worried about the colony right now. Okay, so we want to get rid of Tam, which reminds me a lot of Tatiova. I guess I should have tome blasted their colony. That was a punt. Okay. Let's see what they're holding up over there. Quandrix Charm. Okay. It's fine. Actually, I'll wait. I'll wait on that. Might as well go for it. It's a shame that this doesn't do 1 damage to any target. I would be really surprised if they traded this off into something. Or it would have to be into the glass, right? Which would be huge for us. Yeah. Fractal Tender. We can kill that. What is it? Ward 2. Take those. And we can stun that for 2 turns right now. I think it's better to just wait. Because I don't think they're going to be able to kill me this turn. We're still holding up Essence Scatter this way. We are getting it done with our 3 power on the board. What are they gonna do? Bounce something? Oh, okay. Sure. I think we'll procrastinate this. Let's see, we need to reserve 2 mana. So blue and 1, 2, 3, 4. So that should be out of the game for a while. Definitely worth countering. And now we get how many? 1. I have to pay it twice. I'm not good at math. 4, 5, 6, so we can get 3. We'll get we can cast Burst Lightning on our opponent. If we draw a Tome Blast, that would be good for us. Oh, we already drew our Tome Blast, didn't we? Yep. Zealous Lorecaster. We can just kill that. What did they return? Counter target spell or target creature has base power and toughness 5/5. Okay. Well, we will just kill this. And then we will kill them. So, I don't think that that was necessarily a good game. Our opponent didn't really do a whole lot either. We didn't do great, but we won, so at least we're not 0-3. I don't know if I would, if I went 0-3 on a draft, I don't know if I would upload it to YouTube. I think I would feel embarrassed. I don't know, what do you guys think? Would you make fun of me in the comments? It would be okay. I have a pretty thick skin, at least for people on the internet. If my friends made fun of me, I would probably cry. But I'm always interested in hearing tips, or if you point out lines that I missed, suggestions, definitely even during the draft, poor decisions. I'm always very happy to hear that kind of stuff. We have our little... Oh, I forgot to take out Chase Inspiration. We have our Maestro. Let's see if they have removal for it. Oh, I forgot it had Menace as well. We could just procrastinate it. Just to get the counter already. I don't think it's worth it. Alright, we need to draw... I don't want to put this on the bottom, but we definitely need the land. We can just get it back later with something else. With our divergent equation. Definitely going to need to draw lands with this top-heavy hand. And then goes our Maestro. Okay, no, they've just stunned it. I'm okay with that. Oops. We will hold. Now we have our chase inspiration, and we will continue holding. Is this a sorcery? This is about to be very rude. I guess I should have waited to see if they were going to attack with it, although I don't think they would have, knowing that Tabulator's an increment card. Okay. I don't really want to heated argument that. I think we would rather procrastinate it and then heated argument the soloist, because they probably are going to have some more big spells coming up. Okay, they left it on top, which is good for us, and now we have the scatter. So I think we will... I don't really like scattering a 2/1, but they wouldn't have left it on top if they didn't need to draw cards. Oh god. That's another one of those artifacts I was talking about. We really need a land to be able to cast this heated argument on that dang soloist. And no land. Soloist is really putting in work here. I'm surprised they haven't found removal yet. Maybe that's what they're digging for. It's interesting. They are digging for something. They can't recast their painter. Oh, now they can. They didn't. So they're holding up something over there. I'm just gonna hold up my cards. We have got to be over 50% chance for a land at this point. I don't want them to keep drawing, looking for whatever it is they're looking for. They might have that X spell that does a certain amount of damage. Oh, well, that would have been a better card to Essence Scatter. There we go. I'm gonna have to get rid of this soloist. So luckily, we had the flyer. That was a pretty good turn. I would have loved to have killed either the Stallion or the Fire Dancer. The Stallion we couldn't because we didn't have an extra mana. Another Fire Dancer. I suppose if we had cast that, we would have gotten the Molten Core Maestro mana, but not until after the Ward ability resolved, so we wouldn't have been able to play it. I think that's right. Let me know in the comments if that's wrong. But I'm pretty sure the ward cost would have fizzled the spell. Well, that's terrifying. Worked pretty well for us, I would say. Okay, so we can give something +3/+3 twice. It's only a 5 or more mana was spent to cast the spell. I think we're gonna have to... Wait a minute, do we just win? Am I dumb? See, they double block that. No, we can't win. We can definitely take something out here. If they double block with the tokens, we can chase inspiration so we don't lose it. Oh, that's even better. So we're gonna kill, I think, the Flyer and the Fire Dancer. As much as it pains me not to be able to kill that horse. I think we'll just cast the Composer. Alright. I was a little worried that maybe I didn't have that line right, but luckily we managed to survive anyway. I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous during that game. Our opponent just objectively had a much better deck than we did. So it does show that our deck can kind of stabilize if we can get past, I don't know, turn 6 or so. We were also stuck on 4 mana for a long time that game. This hand looks very good. Opponent took a mulligan on the play. I don't love being on the draw with this hand. Especially not against a Silver Quill deck. At least we got to 4 mana though. Yeah, this is going to be a difficult game. This is a very, very aggressive strategy. And man, it can just run away with the game if you don't have any blockers. Wow. That's incredible. No wonder they mulliganed. We will be able to kill something next turn at least. But we're going to take 9 damage. Sickening. So they can flash it back and we'll kill whatever thing they give double strike to. Or we'll just kill mascot now. Wow. Do I want that? I don't think so. I'm just looking for more removal. Okay, so we will be able to run behind. We are definitely behind in this game. Alright. We're just gonna have to double up on blockers. I should have played the Rabble Rouser out first in case I had drawn more removal. Another Inkling mascot. Wow, their deck is gross. So they can just block, or yeah, they can blink my good blocker. Wonder why they targeted the Inkling mascot. That's odd. At least we get another card draw there. Oh, this sucks. I think we are just dead. There's no point in drawing. And dealing 2 to something isn't really going to do anything, so I'm just going to hold. What is this card? Trample. Something's gonna get trample, so we're almost definitely dead. This is one of the best aggressive decks that I have seen. Yeah. Oh shoot, why didn't I play that? Alright, I'm pissed off at myself. I forgot that this gives hexproof too, and not just the... I was thinking of the +0/+3 because the thing was going to have trample. I'm so mad at myself. That was so stupid. I'm blaming it on recording brain because I feel like I have to pay attention to 2 things. Normally I wouldn't be talking out loud when I'm playing, right? I have ADHD, so it's like kind of hard for me to focus on both things at the same time. No, let's be honest. I just made a really terrible mistake. And I was talking shit about that card and not wanting it in my deck. Shame on me. Oh well. Okay. Let's see if we can get our professor to stick around. It very likely could just die immediately. It has not died, and we can kill this acolyte. Theoretically. Rage. Okay. I went ahead and attacked even though it could have blocked because I don't trust that they don't have some other kind of combat trick or something, which I think it's pretty clear that they do. Wilt in the heat. Alright. Well, now we can run behind. Might as well get our value there. I'm going to destroy my little treasure. Not if I have anything to say about it. I'll destroy it myself. Ooh, alright. The Unsubtle Mockery will just kill it next turn, so I'm not going to procrastinate it. Alright, let's do this. Pay 2 life, eh? I don't think I will. It was pretty aggressive of me to attack with that tabulator, but I was angry. And that's a good enough reason to do it. It is unfortunate that Tome Blast would cost me 2 life to put on the Scholar. So I think we'll just chill out for a second. Yep, that's fine. Procrastinate that next turn, or we could burst lightning it. Burst lightning's an instant. This makes 2 2s, so I only need 1 of those. This is a sorcery. How much do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I'm gonna sandbag this land because I have no reason to play it. Hopefully they don't draw anything. Fingers crossed. Or we draw another removal spell. Fingers crossed. Well. Now they can get rid of our glass right. Which is fine. Removal spell. Yay. Okay. Let's just hang on. I'm gonna have to take the 2 life, unfortunately. If they have burst lightning of their own, we're just screwed. And we didn't draw anything, so now we're dead. Oh, that sucks. Again, I was probably playing with my feelings on that last game. I was feeling a little activated because of my poor playing, but I just hate that the difference between 2 and 3 is so huge. We only got 250 gems instead of 1,000, but you know what? Them's the breaks sometimes. Let's open our packs and see what we got. As Newmont the Nummy says, that's magic, baby, and I have opened my first silver quill. So stick around, I'll be uploading many more drafts of Strixhaven coming up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.